Hello, welcome to everyone in this video. This is our lecture number 28. 27 lectures already covered. In the 27 lecture, actually we covered the solution of the problem asked in this book, that is the Electricity and Magnetism by Vasudev Ghosh. 12 part of this book, that is chapter 1, 2, 3. Three chapter of this book already covered in the previous 12 part. If you want, you go through this description box, links is given there, right? And the other lecture consists to solve the problem, that is the DJ Griffith book, Electrodynamics by DJ Griffith. If you know, that is the electrodynamics, DJ Griffith was already covered to solve the others part. Is already 13 part, rest of the part actually taken from the DJ Griffith. Okay, so I think you clear about the previous lecture. Now in this lecture, that is 28th lecture, we wants to cover in chapter 4, that is electrostatic energy and capacitance. Question number 1 to question number 10 we want to discuss in this lecture. Okay, so let's start with the question. First question says, suppose 8 charge plus q placed at the corner of a cube of side A. This is a cube of corners, 8 corner with side A, and if charge minus 2q placed at the center of the cube, there is a center wants to place to minus 2q charge. What would be the electrostatic energy of this system? So you need to find out this energy of this system. You know the electrostatic potential energy of any system of discrete charge, that is half I1 to n qi fi, where phi is the potential, q is charge and phi is the potential. And here the total charge is 9 charge, 8 corner q charge and center as minus 2 q charge. So there is 9 charges, so this will be n equals to 1 to 9, right? So if we expand this one, and you can see here these 8 charge are symmetry, only these are unsymmetry. So the potential at this 8 point will be symmetry. You can see here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. If you consider this charge, you can see here there is 3 charge is the distance a, that's why 3 q by a, and there are 3 charges with distance root 2a. This is root 2a, this is root 2a, and this is root 2a. There is 3 root 2a, and another one is root 3a. This is root 3a, that's why root 3a. But in minus 2q charge, this is root 3a by 2 with charge minus 2q. Okay, so you evaluate this will be like that, 3 3, and this will be minus 3, that's why this is the minus. And phi 9, that is the potential for ninth position, that is the center, will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught a for every point are situated at a q root 3 a by 2. So separation is root 3 by 2, and this 8 are symmetry, that's why 8 into this. So we will find out the potential of each point, and if you multiply the charge of this with this potential, you will get the total electrostatic energy of this system. Okay, there is 8 charge at symmetry, 8 at symmetry, 1 is unsymmetry, so that's why 8 into this potential and 1 minus 2q into that potential. Okay, so if you evaluate, this will be the answer, but this answer does not match with this given answer. I think this is 4.32. If this is 4.32, then I think this will be the correct answer. Let me know. That is 4 into 1.08, that is 4.32. Right. Okay, I was wrong about this. So this is 4.32 q square by 4 pi epsilon naught a. That's right. So the answer will be q 4.32. Actually this is 4.32. 4.32 q square by 4 pi epsilon naught a. Okay, so this is right. And in the another process, we wants to find out this potential energy, the same things. Actually, we take the work done concept, that is to place a work done for the particle 1 is 0, for particle 2 there is 1 charge placed, that is the potential due to this charge, and this charge multiply, then you will be get the work done for this particle. For third particle, you need to consider the 2 charges potential and multiply this charge. Okay, in the so on, you will be find out this work done, you will be get the same answer. Clear? If you will get, it will be the same answer. you can take the screenshot, or you can check this calculation of this, but you can do this process, there is no problem. Actually I want to cross check in the another process to find out this answer. I think this will be the same answer. And this is the actually potential energy which required to place the -2 q charge. Okay, this is not our questions, but I just find out this one. Okay, so I think you understand up to that point, and this is the answer of this question, and these are the nothing but the cross checks of this answer with the another method to find out the work done to place the each charge. If you consider this formation of this system, is the work done is the energy of this system. Okay, so you can do this thing yourself, but this is a long process. I think the first one is the clear. Next question says, consider two concentric spherical metal cell of radii A and B, where A is less than B, charge plus Q placed on the inner cell and the minus Q the outer cell. So there is a concentric spherical cell, this is a plus Q charge and this is a minus Q charge. Find the electrostatic stored in this energy, hence determine the capacitance. For region 1, that is the A less than R less than A, in this region, you know this charge will be 0, that's why the electric field will be 0 in this region. In the between region, there will be Q by epsilon naught, the Q by 4 pi epsilon r square. In the third region, that is outside, total charge is plus Q minus Q, use the Gauss theorem, right? So plus Q minus Q is 0. So only the electric field is present in this second region. Okay, the electric field in this first region and the third region will be 0. Only second region electric field will be the present, and this is that. So the electrostatic energy half epsilon naught square dV, you know, all space. So E is the present only second region, that is A to B region. You will be take this integration, you will be find out this value. This is the electrostatic energy, and you know the potential difference is nothing but the EDR. We already find out electric field within that region. Only this region electric field is present, and other two are 0. That's why we take the electric field with that region, and taking the integration you will be get this potential difference. So the capacitance will be q by v, will be get this answer. You can take the alternative method, you know the energy will be q square by 2c, so c equals to q square by 2u. You already find out the energy, so if you put this value you will be get the same answer. Clear? Do this yourself, you will be get the same capacitance of this system. Go to the next one. This question says, consider a parallel plate capacitor with a separation D. This is a parallel plate capacitor with separation D. Each plate of length is L and width is A. This is L and this is A. And they are filled with the dielectric slab of epsilon. This is slab epsilon, thickness D, length L and A. The capacitor is charged with charge Q connecting a battery. So if we connect a battery and charged by Q, the battery is disconnect. Now we disconnect this battery, so the charge will be the Q. There is no problem, because if we disconnect the battery, the charge will be the constant. The battery is disconnect and the dielectric slab now withdrawn from the L dimension. So we L dimension until a length x remain between the plate. So the dielectric within the plate is x and the remaining is the outside the plate. And find the force of the slab during this back to original position. So what will be the force acting on this slab is this question, to back this slab within this capacitance or plate, right? So here the we form there is a new capacitor will be the two portion, that is the having the dielectric and the other one is the air. So and these two are parallel, so the equivalent capacitance will be the sum of this portion. One is air, that is L minus x in air, and the other is epsilon, other dielectric constant is the epsilon, right? So if you put this value, you will be get this capacitance. So the corresponding energy will be like that of the new system, of this new system, the energy will be like that, u equal to q square by 2c, because charge is constant, that's why q square by 2c, c is this is value, and the force is nothing but del v del x. Actually this is not del v, sorry, this is del u. You know force is nothing but del u, this is del u del x into this. So if you just partial derivative with respect to x, because there is only one variable x, That's why you take the derivative with respect to x only, partial derivative with respect to x only. And so if you derivative with respect to x, this will be the answer, right? Go to the next one. Assuming the earth be conducting sphere of radius this, the capacitance in the farad. You know the radius in the SI unit, the capacitance is 4 pi epsilon naught r. Putting the value of 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 to the power 9, and r is this. So if you put the value, you will get this answer. Next question. A conducting sphere of radius a is surrounded by a thick spherical shell having inner and outer radii b and c. Okay, so this is A with conducting sphere, and there is thick shell with inner radius b, outer radius c. The outer shell is isolated initially uncharged, and plus q is placed in the inner sphere. If you placed in the inner sphere plus q charge, there will be induction minus q charge in the inner side of this cell and the plus q charge in the outer side of this cell. Now find out the capacitance of this system. You need to find out the capacitance of this system. So here you can see there is 4 region less than A, from A to B, B to C, and greater than C. There is 4 region. So we need to find out the electric field at this 4 region. You can see for inner region that A less than A, the charge will be 0. Using the Gauss theorem, you can find this electric field at region 1 is 0. For region 2, the charge is Q. So Q by epsilon naught. So electric field will be equal by epsilon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. For region 3, there is total charge again 0, because this plus q and this minus q in this region 3. The Gauss theorem says electric field in region 3 0. And for fourth region, that is outer region, there is q also. So we will be get this electric field. So the electric field will be present in region 2 and region 4. For region 1 and region 2, the electric field is 0. So we can find out the potential from minus infinity to 0. Here we integrate into this region minus infinity to C and B to A, because the others two part are 0. So put the value of electric field, integrate, you will be get this potential difference, right? Potential. So after getting potential, the capacitance is nothing but Q by V. Put the value of V, you will be get this answer. Clear? If there is any doubt, you must comment in the comment box, right? Go to the next question. A parallel plate air capacitor partly immersed in the liquid dielectric of dielectric constant K. So this is a liquid with dielectric constant K. Its dielectric constant is K. Okay, and such that one half of the plate vertically inserted. There is one half of the plate inserted, so that the change in the capacitance due to this will be there. So this is the change in capacitance. So initially the capacitance when the plates are outside this liquid will be epsilon naught A by D. D is separation, A is the area of this plate, right? Now we immerse in this liquid, the capacitance will be like that. There is two portion. One is within this liquid, another is air. So these are in the parallel. So for air, this is epsilon naught A by 2, because area will be half in this air. So that's why A by 2 by D, and the other one is the K epsilon naught. Since this is a dielectric constant K, that means epsilon equals to K epsilon naught A by 2 into D. So taking this is as a new capacitance. So the change in capacitance will be the C minus C0. You will be get this answer. Clear? Next question. Field within the consider a cylinder capacitor with the same space between two cylinder filled with an inhomogeneous dielectric constant. So there is two cylinder with radius A and the outer cylinder with radius B. Within that two cylinder there is a dielectric constant which K, which is dielectric constant which is depend on the radius. Okay, so we need to find out the capacitance per unit length of this capacitor. Here we can use the Gauss theorem within at a region this. You can see here within region 1 is 0 and outer region will be 0 because of this Gauss theorem. You can see here there is no charge, and in this region charge is plus q and minus q 0. So only the electric field present within that region. So we will take the E into 2 pi r into L equals to lambda L by K epsilon naught, from where we will be get the electric field like that. Okay, so just using this Gauss theorem and put this value of K, you will be get this electric field. After that you will be get the potential, that is the minus B to A. We will take B to A because the outer side will be electric field 0. That's why the potential will be B to A, and like that you will integrating this one finally you get this potential. The capacitance will be Q by V. Put this value of Q equals to lambda L by this. So the capacitance per unit length, if you divided by length, you will be get this answer. Okay, I think clear. If there is any doubt, you must comment in the comment box. Next question. The capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor increased due to insertion of the dielectric slab between these plates. Okay, so initially this is D, this area is A, then the capacitance will be epsilon naught A by D. The new capacitance when we inserted this dielectric material will be like that, and the change this separation will be changed, this taken as D prime. Okay, so this capacitance to be equal, you think the question says the restore the original capacitance. So you restore the original capacitance, these two are equal. If you creating these two, you will be get this relation. You need to find out the what should be the energy distance increase, that means D prime minus D we need to find out. So you can take this calculation, you will be get this answer. Okay, so this amount of displacement, this amount of distance will be increased such that the total capacitance will be given the constant. Okay, so we need to we need to increase this separation between these two slab such that the total such that the capacitance will be remain the constant. Okay, so this is distance we need to increased. Next question. A potential difference 400 volt is applied across the series combination of two capacitor 10 microfarad and 30 microfarad. This is two series combination of this capacitor, apply a voltage 400. Find the potential difference across the 10 microfarad capacitor and also the energy stored in it. So the equivalent capacitance of these two capacitors, series capacitor, is nothing but product and their summation. So you will finally get 7.5 microfarad. So the charge of this system will be Q equal to Cv, C is 7.5 and V is 400. This 3000 microcoulomb is the charge, and this charge will be the of this capacitor, and this charge will be the same. So the potential difference of this 10 microfarad is nothing but Q by C. Q is 300 microcoulomb and C is the 10 microfarad. So you will finally get 300 volt. So potential difference across the 10 microfarad is 300 volt, and the corresponding energy is half Cv square. Put the value half C. C is 10 microfarad and V is the 300. So multiplying this, you will be get this answer for 0.45 joule. Clear? Next question. For four identical charge Q placed at the vertex of tetrahedron, you know the tetrahedron, that is the structure of methane, right? So this is like a point. This separation of these four will be the equidistance, right? So or the their edge end will be given as A. So the separation between any two charge will be A. So find out the electrostatic energy of the system. So the electrostatic energy of the system from the first question, you know, that is half Qi phi I, where phi is the potential. For these 4 phi are the similar, the potential will be Q by 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by A into 3, because if you want to find the potential at that point, there is 3 charges situated at a distance A, that's why we multiply 3. So the energy will be half Q1, Q2 plus Q2, 3 and 4 terms. So there is 4 term, 4 in by 2 Q into this potential. So finally you get 6 Q square by 4 pi epsilon A. This is the energy of this system. Now calculate the work required to move the charge to concern the tetrahedron to side A by 2. Now the side is A is reduced to A by 2. What should be the energy is required or work done will be required. So we need to find out the energy of the new system. Then just minus these two energy will be get the work done. So because the work done is nothing but the potential difference, right? Potential difference into charge, or you can say energy difference of this system. This is the work done. So for change the A into A by 2, the potential will be changed into just plus A by 2, and the potential energy will be like that. So half, and this is the energy, that is 4 are equivalent, that is 4 Q into 4 pi epsilon and Q by A by 2 into 3. So finally you get this energy, so the work done with the separation of these two energy will be get this answer. Clear? So this is the work done required of this. So that's it for today. In the next class we will be discussed in the further question. So that's all about me, and this is my contact details, and this is my YouTube channel details. Go to this channel, you will get these others lectures regarding physics, some lectures for mathematics, some lectures for competitive examination, arithmetic, mean reasoning part, advanced mathematics, etc. You go to this link, YouTube channel, you will be get this various type of video. Like this session, share this video to your friends such that he or she also get benefit from this video. Subscribe this channel if you new in this channel, and those already subscribed, thanks for subscription. Press the bell icon to get the notification of upcoming video. So take care, we will meet in the next video as soon as possible. Thank you.